Let's make some fuzzy buddies. We have Fuzzle and we have Garth. He's got a long tail. Let's talk scissors. These are paper cutting scissors. We're going to use that to cut out the paper pattern. These are fabric scissors, only to be used to be cutting out fabric. Please don't use them to cut paper or they will get dull really quick. They're also really expensive, so no paper for these guys. All right, we have our Garth pattern and our Fuzzle pattern. Both patterns have 2 pieces of paper to cut out. See these triangles? You are going to need to cut around them. They stay attached to your paper pattern and they will help you line up certain pieces of your project together. Do not cut them off. With our paper scissors, we are going to start to cut out our paper pattern. Remember, keep those triangles attached. Cut along the solid lines. For the teeth, just cut around them, set them to the side. For the face piece, you have a top and a bottom, so you'll have to cut in between those. They are 2 pieces. All right, let's look at what we got here. We have our body, cut 1. Our base, cut 1. Face top, face bottom. It says cut from fleece, but we're actually going to be using felt for this project. You'll need 1 of each, and then here are our ears. So you'll notice on your ear piece it says cut 2, so we actually need 4 pieces, and then here are our teeth patterns. All right, let's look at our fur. So the pile of the fur, the pile means the direction that the fur is going. We want it in a downward motion, not in a upward, but a downward. So what I'm going to get you to do is find the pile of your fabric, and then we're going to flip it over, and I want you to grab a pencil and mark the direction that your hair is growing, or the direction of the pile. So I'm going to put 2 arrows on my fake fur so I know which way it's going. And then let's look at our pattern here. There is an arrow that says direction of the pile. So we want that arrow matching the direction of the arrow that we drew. Then we're going to line up our fake fur pieces onto our fabric. And then we're going to need to pin these paper patterns onto our fur. That's going to help hold it into place before we cut. Pinning is going to be super important, so you're going to need to grab your pins, press through the paper and the fabric, push down and then back up again. Push down, poke up. Now, if you can tell here, my pin head is hanging off of the paper pattern. Now that's going to get in the way when we're cutting, so you want to make sure that the pin is inside your paper pattern so it won't get in the way. Make sure that you're putting pins in around corners and edges. So for the fuzzle, you'll want about 7 to 8 pins, and 2 for the base will be good enough. Now for Garth, you're going to want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pins for the body, 1 pin for the base, and 1 pin for the tail. But you're going to have to cut out the tail end 2 times. 2 tail ends. Once you have all your pins in, it's time to start cutting with our fabric scissors. All right, here we have our body and our base cut out. Next, you're going to want to cut out your felt pieces. So measure your felt using one of those paper patterns. And then you'll notice that we have a top face, a bottom face, 2 ears. But out of those 2 ears, we need to make 4 ears. So the best plan of action for this is going to be to fold a part of your felt, line your ears on, pin them into place. Top face and bottom face pieces. Now for those who are doing Garth, you're going to need a bigger piece of felt, 1 part for your tail. Your ears are going to be a little bit bigger too, so again you're going to need 4 pieces, a top face and a bottom face. So let's pin on our tail first, and then we're going to cut out the tail so that we can fold our felt to cut out the ears. So once our tail is cut out, we can go ahead and fold up our felt. We'll pin the ears on, and then the top and the bottom face. Cut them out.